Welcome, 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 my dear friends. This is episode number 128 on the Zero Point Healing Show. It gives me so much happiness when I say the episode numbers every day. For me, it has been this beautiful journey of talking to, getting introduced to so many different modalities, so many different creators who are creating so much difference in this world, and this interview process is one thing that I absolutely enjoy. And today I have with me one such person who is creating magnificence in this world. So I'm really looking forward to my guest and what we are here to talk about. Just a quick intro about me before I show you my guest. So I'm Vishnupriya. I'm personally right now in India. I'm coming from, I was in US for a very long time. And it was after I came back to India, actually, I kind of started discovering, maybe the word, of all different holistic healing modalities. And it made me so much curious because I could see that every modality I started learning, I started using, it started to shift and change my reality in a way that I have never ever experienced before. And I was like, wow, I never knew all of this for 25 years or so. If I had known it prior, I would have been a totally different person. So I guess it was my curiosity towards this holistic healing industry and how much hidden it is from a normal average Joe, right? So I guess now it's like a booming industry. It's just getting awareness. The awareness is just spreading across the people. And for me, when I got aware of it, I was like, wow, why didn't I ever knew this before, was my first question. But from there, my life has changed like an absolute roller coaster, upside down. And today, I guess I'm living the life of my dreams. In fact, there was this huge dream project that I was creating for a very long time. And today was the inauguration of that. And I'm in that energy now. Anyways, with that, what I'm coming to tell you is any way that you are in your personal life right now, whatever changes you want in your life, whether it is with your health, your relationships, your finances, your career, whatever else it is, there are options for you. There are possibilities for you beyond what you have ever imagined with this holistic healing world. So I invite you, my special invitation to the holistic healing world. And that's what zeropointhealing.com is all about. So it's a web directory that I've created for all holistic healers in the world, healers, practitioners, facilitators, therapists, you name them. But I love to just put them all in one basket of holistic healing practitioners, maybe. And if you are a holistic healing practitioner yourself, I invite you to zeropointhealing.com. You can create your profile and you can contact me as well if you would like this interview. If you are a client on the other end, I'm just helping you. Maybe if you want to visit zeropointhealing.com, you might see how many different possibilities exist for you. With all these beautiful practitioners and so many different modalities, there's more than 60 plus modalities alone in the Zero Point Healing web directory at this time. All right. So that's my introduction for you. And now I move on to my beautiful guest here, Tom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you with me. And I am blown away with everything that you have created as Scalar Light. And I would love to hear so much about it. So before that, tell us a little bit about you, your personal life journey, maybe, and how that led you into the creation of Scalar Light.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Vishnupriya, for the invite. Um, what is scalar light? Well, it's exactly as you've termed it. It's 0 point energy. Scalar light is 0 point. It's the quantum realm. It's not electricity. There's two energies, there's two dimensions. So when we say 0 point or 0 point healing, that's the same thing as scalar light healing. And we're not working in the dimension of electricity or magnetism, it's a different dimension. And with that in mind, This is what I've devoted my career to. So I'm working in a quantum dimension, and this quantum dimension is so much superior to the existing, what I call mechanistic dimension of electricity and magnetism. So if you really want to make progress in the world, work in the quantum dimension, which is massless, it's not physical, it transcends time and space, and it's the superior dimension. What we cannot achieve in the electromagnetic dimension can easily be achieved in the quantum dimension. So we're going to speak about the quantum dimension or the 0 point dimension, and you'll see how this dimension, once we access this dimension, it offers us so many benefits, so many gifts from God.
Wow, beautiful. Do you want to give a quick uh, bio of yourself and your life's journey, maybe?
Sure. Let's say I'm blessed by God. That's the first statement, in that I've modeled my career. I've devoted my career to the introduction of this light. I firmly believe that with my career, I'm able to not only introduce this divine energy, this divine light, but now I'm able to harness it with scalar light instruments. So that's been my academic and my professional odyssey, if you will. I've been called by God to work with this divine energy, and I'm trying to now promulgate what I've learned throughout the world. And again, thank you for this platform for doing so.
Beautiful. So now let's tap back into what scalar light is. And I know you work with photographs. So tell us about that and tell us what can scalar light gift in a person's life? What can it change in a person's life?
Okay, so what can scalar light? What can the 0 point energy do? Everything, everything. It's without exception. So scalar light can have an immediate impact upon the spiritual, the cognitive, the emotional, the physical body. But that's in this spirit realm. That's the quantum realm. We're not working with people in person, or animals in a physical location. So we always access people and animals by way of the quantum realm. And if this energy is instructive, then we can use this energy as instructive energy to change and to improve our spiritual, our cognitive, our emotional, and our physical state of being. But keep in mind that this is the quantum state. We're not working in the electromagnetic state. So there's two different dimensions, there's two different states, and we're working exclusively in the quantum dimension, the scalar light dimension, and it's much easier to produce a result in the quantum dimension as opposed to the electromagnetic dimension. So let me give you an example. Before we had telecommunications, you would have to travel, physically travel, to deliver a message. Well, now you can deliver a message digitally by way of a satellite or by way of an email. So what's easier, traveling from town to physically deliver a message, or to send a message digitally by way of your computer, by way of a satellite? Well, that's obvious. So today, looking at this wellness pattern, we no longer work with physical reality. We work with non-physical reality. And it's much easier to send or to beget a healthful environment, an environment of wellness, by way of the quantum dimension, as opposed to the physical dimension, which is the electromagnetic dimension. So my work has nothing to do with Western science or Western medicine. This is a new science, and this new science is non-physical. It's all informational. So how many sciences can you ever speak of that in which there's no physical reality? Most of the sciences that I know deal with some type of physical reality. With quantum reality, with 0 point reality, everything is non-physical. There's no mass, there's no physical form whatsoever. So what am I getting at? Quantum reality is informational reality. And it's the information that carries the instructions, and it's information that makes the change. That's so important.
Wow, there's 1,000 questions popping up for me, but I'll go on to my next question here then. So let's give some real examples maybe. So let's say I'm taking a session with you. Is that how it is? Is it like a session that I kind of book with you maybe?
Yeah, yes. And
It
I want
is.
to make it clear to the audience, we work remotely by way of a photograph. What do I mean? People will email us a photograph. This is my photograph. The quantum dimension allows me to look at your photograph and then send energy to your quantum field on your photograph. So everything I do is in the quantum field by way of photographs of people and animals. So people will send me photographs from around the world of themselves, their family members, or their pets. And I work exclusively by way of a photograph in the quantum realm or in the 0 point realm. So this is a new science. This is a new approach. As far as I know, I'm the only one in the world doing this. So what I've developed is a new look at science. It's a new and narrow focus to quantum science. And I'm, again, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the only one in the world that can do this.
Wow, beautiful. So what would you do? So let's say I'm going to have a session with you. I'm booking a session with you and I'm sending you the photograph. How long is the session like and what are you actually doing during the session?
Sure. Well, we offer everybody in the world 15 days of free sessions, 15 days, no questions asked. And the reason we do that, we want people to feel comfortable. So during those 15 days, we perform various functions, and I'm going to elaborate on 3 functions. We have the ability to balance the meridians or the 7 chakras with scalar energy instruments. We have the ability to eradicate molecular bonds of germs, to negate the molecular bonds of viruses, bacteria, fungi. And then we also have the ability to create the molecular bonds of nutrients. So in synopsis, we balance the chakras, we eradicate, we destroy pathogens, and we create nutrients, we create micronutrients. Those 3 modalities, those 3 processes, we practice on a daily basis. So for 24 hours a day, you will be experiencing this energy of a chakra balance, a germ cleanse, a microbe cleanse, and a nutrient enhancement.
Wow, and what has been the kind of results, client results that you had been seeing just with this kind of 15-day process?
We're seeing great results from people around the world. I'll give you a for instance. We're working with a group in Delhi, India. It's a HIV AIDS clinic in Delhi, India. And we're working with these people again by way of their photograph. I never work with anybody in person, so I'm working in the quantum realm. And everybody that has submitted their photograph to me has reported that their health has improved. Many of those people have gone on to even get diagnostic tests that prove that their health is improving. And some of them have gone on to say that they no longer have the presence of the HIV virus in their body. Now, all of those statements are from the people that I've worked with. And I neither approve or disprove what they're telling me. I have to rely upon what they're telling me because I do not travel to visit a person. I only work with their photograph. So the testimonies, that is, the testimonies are very important. And the testimonies that people send to me prove that somehow the quantum session has improved their health. That's their statement. And across the board, we have thousands of testimonies of people around the world that say somehow working in the quantum 0 point energy field, their health has improved.
Wow, beautiful. And other than, so is it, would you say Scalar Light is specifically for health, or would you see, or have you been seeing other areas of life changing for a people, for the people as well?
Yeah, what I see from many people is not only their health, but it seems to give many people a surge of confidence. So it seems to give some people the ability to overcome a mental block or a psychological block. So not just what I would call quantum physical health, but their psychic health, their psychological health, if you will. So it has so many applications. And the reason I say that, if this is the information system of the universe, then it carries an infinite number of instructions. And if this energy carries an infinite number of instructions, well, it's capable of accomplishing an infinite number of tasks, of work functions.
Wow, this is amazing. And I'm like trying to put things since I haven't heard anything of this nature. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And so, if somebody needs to book a session with you, is it still like a 15-day session, a 30-day session? Is that how they book, or how does that happen?
Sure. We ask people first to go to our website and sign up for the 15-day free session. And in so doing, we will send you daily emails and we will explain to you the process. We want everybody in the world to sign up for the free session. If I have to work and treat everybody in the world for free, I'm happy to do that. But then it takes time. And after we work with people for the 15 days, then they can decide if they want to move on and become a paying subscriber. But we want people first to feel comfortable and to be educated. And that's why we offer the 15 days of free sessions to anybody in the world.
And then after the 15 days, they become a paid subscriber, is what I heard from you. So that
Yes.
be like a 30-day package, or do you have different packages?
Yeah, we have different packages, but thereafter we break everything down to a 30-day session. A 30-day. It's a 30-day session, and we have various type of sessions. As I mentioned, we're able to germ cleanse or cleanse the body of microbes. We have other sessions in which we work with endorphins and neurotransmitters. There's another 30-day session for natural foods. You really have to visit the website to really get a flavor of what we're doing.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much on that information. And I guess I'm kind of putting words together on what this question is. So, um, if maybe more client stories, my guess would help. So once a person kind of gives you, okay, let's say this 15 days uh, free process that you're giving, what is it that you are doing from your end that is making this difference? How is the process from your end of the side? I do not know if that is shareable, but what would you like to share on that question?
The best way I can describe that is that this is God's energy. This is energy from the creator, and it's not me. So if anything favorable happens, it's from God. Now keep in mind, I'm not working with electricity. I'm working with a different type of energy. It's a 0 point energy. And some people might call that chi or prana or the Holy Spirit. Some people might call that the Christ light. Other people might call that ether energy, or say a longitudinal wave. There are different names, but again, it's not electricity and magnetism. It's a different energy spectrum, and this other energy spectrum is filled with promise because it allows us to overcome obstacles. Scalar energy is the means to control nature. And with my scalar energy instruments, I have control, I have dominion over nature. So with a scalar energy instrument, I have dominion over the universe, over nature. That's the best way I can describe it because I'm in the driver's seat, so to speak. So with a scalar energy instrument, you have control. You have control, dominion over nature. And in so doing, then you can make nature, you can create the environment that you want.
Wow, and how are you tapping into this 0 point energy or the scalar light? Is it through meditative process? Is it by setting intention? How does that look like?
Yeah, they're all scalar energy instruments. They're all scalar energy instruments. The best analogy I could give you is that the Ark of the Covenant that was mentioned in the Old Testament was a scalar energy vessel. And that's what I have is essentially it's the modern day equivalent of the Ark of the Covenant. So these are scientifically calibrated instruments that control the scalar dimension. And once you enter into that other dimension, you can do so many things that you cannot achieve with electricity and magnetism. So with this, if you will, modern day equivalent of the Ark of the Covenant, I have miraculous ability.
Beautiful. And are there any specific, so applications, so meaning what, so let's say people who are watching this and they are interested, so what kind of issues, problems, challenges can they come with to
Right.
choose a scalar light session? Is it any kind of health issues, or what are those list of things?
You know, I can't say because God is the healer, but I have experienced in the past that the chakra balancing, the meridian balance, will allow people to sleep a more meaningful, deeper sleep. That the nutrient program will help revive their body and provide them with the proper nutrition for their cellular activity. That the microbe cleanse, or what we call the pathogenic cleanse, will indeed eradicate viruses, bacteria, fungi from the quantum body. So it's really hard to pinpoint exactly what the energy can do, but I do elucidate upon those three principles: the chakra balance, the nutrient program, and the microbe cleanse, because I've seen that repeatedly. So that more or less can be depended upon. Other ancillary benefits, that's really up to God.
Wow. And so I'm just, for example, let's say, anxiety, depression, or any kind of, is it like applicable for emotional issues as well, or is it more concerned about, let's say, somebody with any kind of virus, as you were talking about the HIV virus application here? So I'm seeing the broader perspective.
Yes, yes. I'll give you, for instance, the way I've calibrated these instruments. They can look at photographs and they can ascertain in the quantum state now over 400,000 species of pathogens, viruses, bacteria, fungi. And the instrument can disassemble, can negate the molecular bonds of those 400,000 species of pathogens. And again, the realm, the dimension we're working through is the scalar light, or the 0 point realm. You cannot achieve that in the electromagnetic realm. And you can only do that, you can only achieve that handily in a rather easy and dependable fashion when you're working with non-physical reality. And in so doing, you don't have to overcome any, say, biochemical process. We have nothing to do with the biochemistry of a person or an animal. We have everything to do with the information code or the quantum code in a person or in an animal. So we are transcending the physical universe. We're not working in the physical universe. And when you're working in the non-physical universe, it's easy, it's simple.
Wow. And is there anything else that you want to share with the audience today about Scalar Light? Maybe the sessions, or if there is any other information that you would like to provide us.
Sure. Visit the website scalarlight.com, SCALAR, scalarlight.com. On the homepage, anybody in the world can upload photographs. You can send in 7 or 8 photographs of your entire family. And we will work with you and your pets free of charge, and you will feel better. Invariably, the greater majority of people that we work with, not only the people, but their animals, experience an improvement in their health, spiritual, cognitive, emotional, physical health. Scalarlight.com. Avail yourselves of the free trials. You'll see the difference, and then you can decide as to the merit of quantum healing.
Wow. Yes, I guess for this particular instance, maybe a physical, real example, by submitting the photographs and then me experiencing, what shifts and changes uh, might be required. Maybe words are not enough for us to kind of explain the process or the results, or what this is all about. So that's what I'm getting. Maybe just go ahead and experience the difference, and then so that the words are not needed here.
Yes.
That was a beautiful conversation. Is there anything else that you want to add on to that?
No, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate what you're doing for humanity. So
Wow.
congratulations. You're a good person.
Wow. Thank you, Tom, for this beautiful gift that you have created for us, and I'm really looking forward to uploading my photos onto the website and see how that shifts and changes for me in the next 15 days. So my dear viewers, if that is something that you are interested in as well, you can go to scalarlight.com, or you can also click on the link right above or below this video. So we have posted a link of Tom's 0 Point Healing profile. So you can click there, and then his website is also in his profile. So you can do that as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Tom. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Looks like there's a delay. All right, my dear beautiful beings, I'm going to see you in my next interview. And if you would like, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're looking at it on YouTube. And thank you so much for all your support. I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Tom. Thank you.